Hello again, welcome back to ABTG. I know, I'm late to the party, I'm sorry. I just watched The Queen's Gambit, the mini-series that came out on Netflix recently with Anya Taylor-Joy. I saw it with my wife, and God, this was good. It's well worth the hype. People hyped the show, and rightfully so. It was good. It really was. It was even maybe... Silence! Don't say it before the end of the video, you fool! He's right. I can't. I need to hold it in until the end of the video. The Queen's Gambit is very, very well put together. Honestly, I thought it was based on a true story, but it's not, and that disappointed me a bit. But it's basically the story of a young woman becoming very proficient at the game of chess, basically beating everyone around her, and she's growing up in the world of man, because it's the 50s, it's the 60s, and so she's kind of making her way in this inhospitable or unwelcoming world that is not only the world of chess, but as we said, just the world in general. It shows her struggles from childhood to adulthood. In some respects, it's a coming-of-age story, but it's also a slice of life, I guess, as well as being very much about the game of chess itself, or at least about the work that goes into becoming a professional chess player. I think where this thing shines the most is from a technical standpoint. Like, everything is absolutely flawless. I found the directing to be impeccable, as well as just the general aesthetic of the show. Everything looked so good. It was well lit, all of the props, all of the sets, all of the costumes were wonderful. I absolutely loved all of that. All of those sets, or at least everywhere that they filmed all of those locations, were just... they conveyed exactly what needed to be conveyed, which even when there's hopefulness in the show, there's always something a bit queasy, you know? It always makes you feel just a little wrong, this show, especially when it starts dealing with themes such as drug addiction, alcoholism, you name it. In regards to Anya Taylor-Joy, I would consider myself a fan. I very much adored her in The Witch, The Vivitch, however the hell you want to call it, The Witch, as well as in Split. And I was even a fan of what she did in Emma. But she doesn't give, in my opinion, what is the most profound of performances in this show. And it's not really a critique that I have towards her. It's just that she plays a specific type of character. You know, those emotionless characters? Sometimes it feels like it's a bit easier to play them because you don't need to emote as much, or you don't need to let as much shine through. Maybe some would argue that it's even more difficult because you need to somehow find a way to translate the emotion on screen without showing it physically, and I can see that, but I just don't think that this was necessarily Anya Taylor-Joy's best performance. My true props, though, my true shout out really goes to, performance-wise, the actor behind Jolene, Anya Taylor-Joy's childhood friend. God, she was amazing. She killed it. She stole every scene she was in. Moving on, all of the music was good, and it was very, very well structured. Like, I never got bored. Episodes are an hour long, and sometimes there's a few less things happening because not every episode is action-packed, dare I say, the action being the games of chess. But still, all of the episodes keep you hooked, and it's not just all about the cliffhangers that hit you at the end of every episode. There's none of that, or it's not based around that. It really is just interesting things happening throughout the entire show as the story progresses. I guess all that's left to talk about is chess itself, the game itself. I know how to play chess, but I'm not a professional player by any means. And I found that this dive or overview or glimpse into what it's like being a professional chess player was very interesting and informative. Granted, this is a TV show, and so maybe a few aspects of it are a bit romanticized, but still I found it very interesting. I didn't know so much studying and so many notes and reading and all of that went into just this profession. I genuinely believed that people turned up and they were like, yo, I'm gonna play a game of chess, and it was just based on this skill. There is one thing that bugged me. There's a moment where they basically put a game on pause and then pick it back up the next day, and I don't feel like that should be a thing that happens. I don't know if it's a thing that happens in real life, but basically the players that have this game on hold can then each on their own side of things start analyzing and studying every possible move that could be made, and I feel like that maybe takes away from the game a bit. But you know, again, I'm not a professional. Who am I to comment on such things? The point is, the show made the chess itself very interesting, even if, of course, we don't all understand what's going on the board at all times. And that's about it. There was some social commentary, I guess, but nothing was too ham-fisted. You didn't get smacked across the face with one message or another, even if they were there. So that's about it. I hope I'm not going to get attacked again. I give this show a great. Not quite true greatness, but great. And that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, do all of those fantastic things, and I'll see you next time.